Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now we're going to be doing another top 5 since the last one you guys really seemed to like with the best maps in BO3. So we're going to be doing the worst maps in BO3. And just as a quick side note, there may be a couple maps on this list, a lot from Zombies Chronicles that you guys may disagree with. So please do not get too mad at me. I'm just going to be ranking these based on how much I like them personally. So that's about it. Let's hop right into the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Coming in at number 5, we got Shanger. Now, to start out with, this map is absolutely beautiful, okay? And I'm not just talking about the plants and shit. The underground area that they did, they remastered it with all these 115 rocks and all this shit, and just you could just tell that they put a lot of care into it, and you can really tell. Like, it's a really fun map, but it struggles from a lot of the stuff that I'm going to come to tell you guys in this video about Zombies Chronicles. And that is all this stuff that they changed, that they just did not need to change, okay? First off, and I know it's a big one, the removal of PhD Flopper, okay? Absolutely horrible idea. I have no clue why they decided to do that. I downed myself so many times with the Mustang and Sally's and just different rocket launchers and stuff, because this is a really close quarters map with a lot of close quarters bosses like the Napalm, the Shrieker, the Monkeys. You're going to want those explosive weapons in order to take all that shit out in the close quarters, but unfortunately, you don't have anything to use with that, so you have to use the baby gun and waste all that ammo. You know, Shanger, it's a fun map. It's got good story, good characters, everything, but unfortunately, I just got to put it on this list because removal of all that stuff and just simply, you know, the high rounds are fun, but it's a little too hard with no PhD Flopper in there. All right, so coming in at the number 4 spot, we got Zetanoima. Now, you'll come to notice, guys, there's a lot of plant-themed maps on this list. So, Zetanoima. This map is basically just the worst of the BO3 maps in terms of what you think of when you think of BO3 zombies. Because when I think of BO3 zombies, you know, you got Garad, you got Drak, you got Shadows of Evil, right? You even got Revelations. And all those maps kind of play similarly, and including this map plays similar to those. But the only difference is, on those maps, they're a lot less tedious. This map is one of the most tedious maps. Now, if you think about it, this map was hated when it first came out. There's a couple lists I remember I saw where they put this map worse than Transit, okay? That's how much this map was hated. Personally, I thought that the map was okay, but it definitely was tedious. Now, you got to get these skulls, you got to do them in order, you have to get the power on, and when you do, if you don't do it fast enough, then the power turns off. You know, there's thrashers coming in on like round 6. There's all these challenges you got to do with the thrashers, shoot off their spores. You got to do all this complex stuff for the Easter egg. And it's like, man, like sometimes I just want to hop in and have fun, you know, like on DE or Garage. And there's those maps you can hop in and do that way faster. So I'm always left with, why would I play Zetsubo? Even the Wonder Weapon on this map, it's pretty fun. The Masamune takes a shit ton of time to upgrade, but it's a lot of fun. But it's like, it's not amazing, okay? And it's just, I really wish with this map they put a lot more emphasis on like the theming of the map. It does feel like you're on an island, but sometimes it's just like you're doing all this tedious stuff and you kind of forget about that you're even on an island. So that's about it, guys. Coming in at number 4. All right, guys, coming in at number 3, we got Ascension. Okay, now I know this map, exact same with Shanger. It suffers from some of the problems there with the no PhD, which is, it's not a huge issue because this map's a little bit more open, but it obviously takes away from the experience. But it's just the fact that this map is almost lacking when you compare it to all the other BO3 Chronicles maps, okay? You know, I can go use the Thunder Gun and shit on Kino and have a lot more fun. I can go do all this other stuff, all the cool Easter eggs on Moon and all this other stuff. I always just feel like with Ascension, it's always just so bland, even on BO1. It's just like such a bland map, even though it is fun, but again, a lot of stuff's taken away. Like a lot of the cool Wonder Weapon areas were taken away, or sorry, a lot of the cool wall weapon areas like the MP5K were taken away for this map. The claymores are taken away, so you can't even defend your perks from the monkeys. It's just, that's what I found with Zombies Chronicles. They removed a lot of the fun stuff from BO1 and just replaced it with all this new shit. So, Ascension, it's got to come in at number 3. It's just a kind of bland map. The monkeys aren't great. The color is kind of annoying, and yeah, comes in at number 3. All right, so coming in at number 2, we got Shinon Numa. Okay, guys. So, Shinon Numa, I'm sure you guys know, it's always been just ragged on by the community. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I do know why. It's not a very great map, but it is just the most bland map of the World of War maps. Like, you know, if you want a challenge, you go to Noct. If you want an even greater challenge, if you want more strategy in zombies, if you want a true tower defense experience, you go to Verrucht. If you want to do classic zombies gameplay, you go to Derice, right? You got Pack-a-Punch, you got perks, you got all these traps, you got like Monkey Bomb, you got Bowie Knife, you got all this like just essential stuff to zombies, right? But Shinon Numa is always just that kind of awkward child. And the only reason why it was popular was because you could get to high rounds on World of War. But with BO1 and BO3 Shinon Numa, it's always just like so bland, man. And especially with the BO3 zombies hit and run really fast when you're in the water, so it just really detracts from the experience. You know, it's always really frustrating when you go down this map. I don't know why, it just is. And it's just one of those maps that, you know, there's nothing really return to. Like, the Giant is the perfect way to remaster a map. Added so many different things, so much story, so much like just differences in like how the map looks. Shinon Numa, if it did something like that, like it did in Vanguard, could have been an absolutely phenomenal map. But they just kind of shit the bed on this one, and it's just Shinon Numa. It's just an ugly, horrible swamp that I would never send anyone to. All right, guys. Now coming in at number 1, we got Knocked. Now, hear me out here, okay? I like Nocturne on Toten, but this is one of the only maps on BO3 that I absolutely cannot stand playing. I like the map Nocturne on Toten. If you sent me to go play that on BO1 or World of War, I'd be so happy. But specifically on BO3, it is horrible, and I'll tell you why. Because everything that Noct is supposed to be is stripped down and taken away on BO3, okay? Noct is supposed to be that challenging map, you know, that initial tower defense map. It's supposed to be that map that really tests your limits in terms of its bare bonesness. Okay, BO3 takes all that away. You got a powerful ass wonder weapon with the thunder gun. You got gobble gums to give you infinite ammo, pack-a-punch, everything, all the perks you can get, monkeys, annihilator, pistol. You can get all this crazy shit, and it really takes away from what Noct is supposed to be. So it's like, in the end, if you're just gonna get set up like you are on every other zombies map, what's the point in even playing Noct in the first place? There's no point because there's no Easter eggs. There's nothing to do on it. So what's the point in even playing the map in the first place? There's no point, because everything you can do on this map, you can do on every other map. There's literally no point to it. So that's really it, guys. There's nothing really else to say. It's such a bare bones map. Everything you can get on it, you can get on any other World of War map, any other map. So why would you play this one? You can choose to play classically, but you're really going to go up against the BO3 zombies with no guns and no perks. Okay, have fun. Like I said, just it was a really flawed map. If I want to play Noct, I'm going to play the OG versions. That's it. Alright, guys, that's about it. Time to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.